Welcome, Amakhosi Network. Welcome to the channel. Yes, Amakhosi Network. We've reached 500. Let's hope for more, for more. Aye, well done. Shayani Zandla, Bafit. Shayani Zandla. Aye, you guys are the one. You guys are the one. You know, we can even start our own soccer team here and go beat his 5-0. Just with our subscribers alone. But anyway, guys, thank you to those who've subscribed. If you haven't subscribed, whoa, Zababa, come to the party. But yeah, subscribe, guys, subscribe. Yeah, today we're chatting about Chiefs. We're chatting about the weekend that we had. We are chatting about issues that I'm still not trying to wrap my head around. And then we're also chatting about yeah, just like, random cheese thing. I was Stellenbosch. Yes, I wanted to mention Stellenbosch. And there's rumors going out that there's two more signings that Chiefs are still looking at. I wonder who could be. Could it be a left back? Could it be a defensive midfielder? Could it be a striker? But you guys must actually let me know. Do you guys still want one or two more signings, or you guys are happy with the squad? For me personally, I want one or two signings, but this is the big but for me. I do not want them to just sign random players. I want them to sign players who are going to add value to the squad, players who are going to actually compete to be in the starting lineup. So, not this thing we're going to sign someone who is going to sit bench and is going to be backup. No. If we are signing, it must be someone who can easily take out someone who is in the starting lineup, because that means that player is good enough to be signed for Chiefs players. And that's the thing with Chiefs. If we sign players, it must be a player who is going to replace someone who is in the starting lineup. If we are currently happy with our starting lineup, or with the kind of players we are starting to get now, then it means that we must not drop the standard. What we have now, we need to buy players who are better than what we have now. Like, this is what I'm saying, guys. Imagine each season we buy two or three players who are better than the current squad. By the time we reach next, actually not every season, like every transfer window, like now the transfer window will end. When Jan is coming, Chiefs must figure out who do we need to improve by. By the time we get to like the next season or somewhere like that, we already know good, yeah, now the squad is there. But anyway, guys, that is my take on that. Issues, let's just analyze a quick analysis of the Chiefs game. Now that you guys have had some time to rest, Kokomoya, because you haven't seen the Chiefs win in a long time. Because it's been rough, guys. It's been rough. Since we've started watching Chiefs in preseason games, we've only watched them win twice. So I know a lot of you, when Chiefs were winning, you were going around saying, Chiefs izoshaya Sundowns 10-0, Chiefs izoshaya Stellenbosch, thina sifuna Manchester City. And then I'm watching you guys get all happy. I'm like, way, yazindugu, a beating. These ones will experience a beating, and then they'll be like, I'm seeking com. Then I'll be like, guys, just because someone won, it doesn't mean good to seeing com. Because I can tell you now, guys, Ufohloza beat us last season, but what did Fohloza even do at Amazulu? Ufohloza did nothing at Amazulu, but what happened? He beat us in MTN 8. Even though he beat us by drawing, but we got knocked out by Ufohloza. Yeah, that is the kind of life we live at Chiefs. At Chiefs, people will shine in jail with one game. But anyway, so this is my analysis of the game, guys. The issue that I have is the fact that our midfield is not functioning. I do not like how our midfield is working, and I don't care what people say. People will have seen goals and stuff like that. And then I'm like, guys, this is my problem. Our midfield cannot keep losing the balls like we did. We're not gonna play Amazulu every week. If we can play teams that play exactly like Amazulu every week, who are just like organization, we will beat many teams. But unfortunately, the standard of the PSL is higher than Amazulu. We just have to be honest. At this point, Amazulu, look, if I was the Amazulu coach, I feel like the football they are playing is good, but that Pablo, whatever, Franco, that Amazulu coach, he just needs to get the right players. Because when I look at that Amazulu squad, I'm like, yo, this is it Uzungu, the chairman or the boss of Amazulu. Yes, he has all the money in the world, but he cannot sign players. The players he signed, Konangiala, they useless, or not useless, but they don't seem like a player. Like Umam Kize has signed better players than Uzungu, and for me that's a problem. And Uzungu keeps releasing play. But anyway, we're not talking about Amazulu. But anyway, I'm just saying we are playing low quality team, and we based on the number of good players we have in our team, we had to win, guys. We just had to win. This actually, before I get any further, this is a one big problem I have at Chiefs. My biggest problem. Why do we not practice set pieces? Why? Why, guys? I know a lot of people are gonna be like, "Oh, when set piece, we must play, we must score goals in the game." I'm like, yeah, you're right. We must score goals within the normal play, but we must also be threatening in set pieces. Why? Let me tell you why, guys. Soon, Hassan is going to start playing for Chiefs. Hassan is like 1.9 meters. Meaning Guti, he's tall. He's maybe not as tall as Caleb, but he's definitely one of the tall players in our team. Then we have Simango. Then we have Utitlogwe. Then we have Ushlanti. Guys, do you understand that we have tall players? We are going to be, and then we have Castillo also. We saw this weekend. It's also good with the head. We have Castillo. Usaile is not that good with the head, but when he's in the game, at least we know there's some height. Ungobo, also there's height. When he comes in the game, Ukwinika, he's shown some signs of being able to header now and then. Dove has also shown some signs, but what I'm trying to get at is this, guys. We can't just be trying to score in a few situations. No. Chiefs must practice set pieces, try different techniques, do not this, because we have a thing of just doing a corner where we kick direct. Why don't we do like short corners? And this is weird for me because it's like last season when Ukigan Dolly was in the squad, he did that with Umtu Shabalala. Like they did like those small anyanya short passes of theirs, then they cross. When they've created a better angle for the cross, etc., etc. But this season, we're just kicking direct. And what we saw from our first games when Nkosimpilo Ngobo played, we were wasting corners. When Umtu was playing, we were wasting corners. The first proper set piece we had actually came from this previous game. Those were the first proper corners we had in the whole game, and one of the best corners came from Solomons, who came in as a sub, which I forgot to give a rating to yesterday, but he didn't play enough, even though he created an assist, but I feel like it was just too little time. But yeah, set pieces are important, guys. We need to score with set pieces. I don't know why they're not practicing set pieces, because we are way bigger than these guys. We can't just hope for the best. But yeah, what is in our play that irritates me? What is in our play that irritates me is the fact that we look tired. I always say this all the time. After a few minutes of playing fast, we then play slow. But at the same time, our midfield does not play well, etc. And it's an issue for me. And the reason why I'm saying it's an issue, guys, is because I'm going to tell you this, and a lot of you may not realize it, but you know the reason why Abo Ashley Dupree, why Abo Mdantsani, etc. are looking tired is because we keep making passes that make our strikers tired, and then they still have to mark high up front. So it's like when we have the ball, we don't control it enough. I think you guys have already seen when Sundowns and Pirates are playing, when they have the ball, it's like they get the most time to rest because they dictate where the ball will go. So the players can kind of like rest, then do short outbursts. But if you don't have the ball, you constantly have to be closing people down. You're closing people down. And then when when your team does get the ball, like Abu Yusuf Mat, they say, Dupri Ugupi, but to scope. Dupri has been chasing down these defenders and these midfielders, trying to prevent them from scoring. Then Matt gets the ball. The first thing Matt abo Mdantsane do, they just kick, pa, liya phambili, the Dupree run, Dupree runs. The ball doesn't even, is not even at the right pace. It leaves him. So now Dupree has been chasing defenders. Then you want him to chase your through pass that is not even right. And then on top of that, now the through pass is not right, meaning it's the opposition ball. So Dupree must now go back chasing defenders. And then the same thing will happen. You see, eventually, the front men are going to get tired. And that's what happened. Botswani was finished. Modi finished, Dupree finished, Danzani finished because of the useless passes, of us not controlling the ball. And for me, guys, it's a very, very big issue. I'm not sure if any of you realize this, but like when I realized it, I was actually thinking about it today when I was about to make a video, and I was chatting to another member of us. I believe it's DJ Stick. So you know who you are. Thank you for the comments. Very insightful. You guys check the comment. DJ Stick. So is I hope I'm pronouncing the name right. I'm not looking at my YouTube right now, but yeah. The thing I saw is that, you know what, guys? When we were winning 2-0, we didn't look like a team that's winning. We looked desperate. We looked like a team that's winning 1-0. Like, it was only when we scored goal number 3 did we look like, okay. Like, now we're looking slightly better. Actually, it's when Umatlo came on. Because I don't know what happened. And I haven't been, I like Umatlo at Swallows. And I liked Malclo at Portugal because I also used to watch highlights of him in Portugal, where he used to play, I think, in second division for this team that were all black and white. And then I watched him at Swallows. I was like, okay, there's something with this boy. But then at Chiefs last season, something was not make sure. But then this season, what he did in this game, he did the right thing. He actually played the few minutes he played. He created better runs than Umdantsane. And that's what I've been wanting from Umatlo. But then sometimes Umatlo is that person who gives you one special moment, then it disappears. I always say this, and I don't like it. But when we are winning, guys, it's unfortunate for me because like a game against the Amazulu, we were meant to be beating like 3-0 from the first half. And then when you're beating a team like 3-0 from the first half, then you know what happens after that? You know what happens? You bring Umdu, you bring Samkelo Zwan to try a combination that you don't have a chance to try. When I say that, I'm like, okay, when we're winning 3-0, we're like, okay, we're winning 3-0 now. You know what we must do? As keeping Umat at 60th minute. Let's take out Mat and let's put in Samkelo Zwan. Let's see what he can do with Castillo with the last few minutes remaining. Sharp. Then the next one is Umtu. So Umtu Shabalal. We're like, okay, Dupree is still on the field. Potan is still on the field. Mod is still on the field. You know what we must do? Let's try take out Modi and put in Umtu Shabalal. And then you also change it up even a bit more. This is a risk I am willing to take before Abu Hassan comes. Then I'm like, you know what, another risk I'd like to take? Let's take out Upotsani and put in Unkosimpile Ngobo, but put Unkosimpile Ngobo as a striker and make Dupree play on the right. That's what I want. That's what I want to see. And then say, no, but when you, out of all the players, you are the slowest player, you are the player who can't dribble, so you must play almost like a strike. Don't play with your back to goal, but when we get the ball, we must find you in space. We're going to pass you, you're going to get the ball, and then you're going to find the late Ranya Dupree. Your main aim is to get the ball, find some space, create, move, set. So that's what I'm saying. That's what I would do when we're winning. We need to try this combination. Try Ungobo up front as a false nine, just to add some creativity and stuff like that. Because Ungobo can't defend, so let's try make him play more advanced. Let's try make him play as a striker that doesn't need to mark. Like go back, because when he plays number 10 he ends up making a Mbobo at the back, because that's what everyone saw in the first game, is that Nkosimpile Ngcobo tried to compensate for not being able to run the whole field by playing too deep. But when he played too deep, when he made forward passes, there was no one arriving in the box because he was too late. And we saw with Umdantsane makes sure he gets to the front of the park. He makes sure he gets those late runs. So that's one thing I wanted to add there. This is another thing I saw online. I don't want to say I know it's a fact, but I saw online, etc., etc. But I want to say condolences, and this might be the reason why the boy has not been arrived, was not been around in a while. We haven't been seeing him, but condolences to the Wandile Duba family, because apparently Wandile Duba lost his mother, and that's why he's been away from the Chiefs game. Unfortunately, it seems like the senior players did not go to the funeral. It seems like only the DTC team attended the Duba's family's mother's funeral. So it's difficult time. The boy is young. It's some of these things pain me, because as a parent I wouldn't want, as Wandile Duba, it would pain me to think that his mother could not witness him scoring his first Chiefs goal when he's been there for so long, but he has never been given a chance. So you know what? I just pray the boy's mind is right. I pray his everything of his is okay. And Duba, me, I believe in you, boy. I believe you can be a player that is almost at the level of Musona, if not better, if you do keep your head your feet on the ground, and you keep your things right and stay disciplined and keep training. And I'll say this to all Chiefs youngsters. I'll say this to all Chiefs youngsters, even beyond that. Guys, when you get money, stay at training afterwards and do drills. Ask coaches, get a personal trainer. We saw when Blom started doing some personal training for himself, what a difference it made with his game. Our strikers, please try get someone you trust, someone you know can score goals. Pay them and get them to do scoring drills, movement drills with you after the game. Don't just rely on what Kaizer Chiefs gets you. And I'm saying this to all young players. Don't just rely on what your clubs give you. Try and look for someone who's going to improve your shooting, improve your scoring, improve your headering. After training, you go there, you work. You work. One thing a lot of people don't know, when Yusuf Mat was not, when our players like Abu Yusuf Mat and all of these guys, when they were not getting game time, they did not stop playing. They would go to indoor soccer, they would go to so many things to keep their fitness, just to keep playing soccer constantly and stay away from useless things. Today, when you see a lot of these players, you guys don't know. So many of these players play indoor soccer to keep their mind fit, to keep a different perspective, to understand short passing football, etc., etc. And because in indoor soccer they don't do slide tackling and all of those things, you have to stay. You're not allowed to slide tackle, so it's more safe for the players. So they play more relaxed. So yeah, that's one thing. I think I've covered most of the things I wanted to add, guys. And now I added that Wandile Duba one. And yeah, guys, Staleys is coming up. Do I think we can beat Staleys? Yes, but ish, personally, I think Staleys is too firepower for us. They're too clinical. I see Staleys beating us, but because I'm a Chiefs fan, I will never think like that. I always say we have the squad to beat them, but I just don't see us beating Staleys. I see them beating us 2 to 3 nil. But at the same time, I want to have faith in my team that something will happen. But with that dead midfield, I don't know. Tell me, guys, 500 subscribers, 500, 1,000 billion trillion zonk. Thank you to those who have not subscribed. Subscribe. We on this.